What do you think of when you hear the word bullying? Do you think of MTV's show Bully Beatdown? Or what about the movie Mean Girls, depicting an exaggerated version of high school cliques? But bullying is not only between high school girls, and it's not always as comical. Students for the most part are bullied because of race, gender, ethnicity, religion, disability, or sexual orientation. Just under 10 million middle school students took a survey, and about 34% reported being bullied, most saying it took place in a hallway or a stairwell. But what counts as bullying and what doesn't? As said by Stacey Anderson and Colleen Swayatawi, bullying is intentional, continual behavior that is directed at individuals with less power. They also talked about the types of bullying: physical, verbal, psychological, and the newest, cyberbullying. Especially with the addition of that last one, we see a lot more bullying nowadays, with 1 out of every 5 children considering themselves to be a bully. One last eye-opening fact is that 65% of students bullied at school did not report it to school personnel. Another study by Laura Tenenbaum, Chris Vargas, Joel Myers, and Leandra Paris went about determining what these victims did do in the face of bullying. There were 8 general occurrences when it came to bullying: fighting back in self-defense, verbally standing up to the bully, seeking advice from a trusted friend, ignoring it and letting it go, keeping their pain to themselves, taking out their frustration elsewhere, trying to stay positive, and also self-blame. These strategies often don't solve the problem and do not shield the students from long-term effects. Students that are the victims of bullying, as well as the bullies themselves, have lower academic achievement, mental health issues, poor school attendance, and low self-esteem. Bullying does not stop there. Bullying also on occasion leads the victim to feel so helpless that some attempt suicide. This is exactly what a 3rd grade girl at Gilmore Elementary attempted to do. Her mother explained that her daughter had cerebral palsy and because of that was teased, and then had her crutches pulled out from under her, knocking her to the ground, and then was repeatedly kicked in the head by one of the bullies. In this case, the girl survived, but not all families are this lucky. In the case of Jamie Rodemeyer, the victim of bullying did not survive. Jamie was 14 years old and relentlessly bullied at school. In a cry for help, Jamie turned to blogging on the internet about his pain, but ended up being the target of even more abuse. One anonymous post saying, "I wouldn't care if you died, no one would, so just do it, it would make everyone way more happier." Jamie left 2 final posts on his blog and killed himself the next day. Some victims of bullying take their frustration and pain even further. One infamous example is in the case of Columbine High School. 75% of those who commit school shootings reported having felt victimized and hated by their peers. Among that 75% were Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, who furiously shot up their school, injuring 24 people, killing 13, and then killing themselves. Some of the blame for Columbine and other school shootings has been put on the administrators and teachers who failed to recognize and stop chronic bullying. When teachers ignore or dismiss bullying, they make students feel powerless and isolated. In one study, 1/4 of teachers surveyed thought that ignoring bullying was an okay response. Another study gave teachers and administrators fictional scenarios to evaluate. The subjects had no problem identifying the physical signs of abuse, but when it came to social and emotional abuse, they tended to miss it completely. There are many plans out there that schools are starting to implement or already have in place to stop bullying. There are some key ideas that we see across many of these programs. Teachers need to always be aware of what is going on in their classroom. And their classrooms should be a place of open communication where students feel comfortable. Schools can increase awareness of bullying, establish strict anti-bullying rules, and encourage teamwork between their students. Empathy-building programs can help students be more aware of what their abuse does and can reduce slurs and other name-calling. Another program becoming popular among schools is bibliotherapy. Melissa Heath, Emily Moulton, Tina Deitches, Mary Prater, and Alec Brown describe bibliotherapy as using books to heal the mind, empowering individuals to resolve personal difficulties. Choosing and applying the right books can promote better peer relationships, as well as teach consideration, inclusiveness, and compassion. Heath, Moulton, Deitches, Prater, and Brown also say shared stories and related activities should empower classrooms to realize that bullies are the minority and bystanders are the majority. As well as reducing aggression and increasing empathy in students, bibliotherapy also helps the victims of bullying feel less alone and offers them a sense of hope. Along with schools working to end bullying, President Obama and First Lady Michelle have been doing what they can by opening a conference on bullying prevention. Obama spoke of the need for caring adults and also our responsibility to teach all children the Golden Rule. Along with bringing more awareness to bullying prevention, there is a new website called stopbullying.gov that has information for both adults and children about what to do in the face of bullying. Bullying negatively influences the atmosphere and learning environment of a school. Safe school environments are the ones where students feel like they have power and influence to make a change. As a future educator, I hope to create that kind of environment for my students and help spread the word about positive ways to combat bullying. As the Department of Health and Human Services puts it, it takes the entire school community to create an inviting school where everyone feels they belong and are safe. Working together, administrators, teachers, school staff, parents, and students can help stop bullying in your school.